What's going on, gang? It's your boy Tony, and I'm back at you with another video. And today's video is just going to be going over some of Jun's changes from the previous games that she was in up until now. So this video is going to be mainly about Jun, and to honestly start it off, this is my girl. This is my character. Kind of like with Asuka, been playing this girl since Tekken Tag 2, and she just kind of stuck ever since then. Yeah, there'll be some changes from the previous game she was in, some mood changes, some stance changes. I believe a couple property changes, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So first off, just for a little bit of background with this character, this is Jun Kazama. This is Kazuya's wife slash baby mama, I guess. Homeboy basically hit it and quit it. Sorry to say that, but yeah. Her name is Jun Kazama, and this is Jin's mother. But kind of like with the last name Kazama, you got Asuka Kazama too, so we don't know what kind of correlation there is between Jun and Asuka. In the previous games, people speculated that Jun and Asuka were like, I don't know, sisters, or that was like her niece or some junk like that, but we don't know. The devs won't say anything, so we're just kind of clueless. But there's definitely some kind of, well, I can't say definitely, but people definitely speculated it because in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Jun and Asuka had a special throw together. There's this thing in a previous game, in that game, where people that have some kind of relation to each other will have a special grab that they can do. And they actually had one. So you would think they got some kind of relation towards each other, but we just don't know. But along those same lines with Asuka, Jun has the same fighting style, the Kazama fighting style, which means she has similar moves to Asuka, which means she also has similar problems to Asuka. But she things like 1-1, same thing as Asuka, forward 2, same thing as Asuka, 1+4, same thing as Asuka. She's got that whole string, 1+4, 2-4, or you can hold down with it and do a low. Can, back 3, back 1, which you can cancel, of course. You know, same moves as some same moves as Asuka, but all in all, she is a different character. She has plenty of other moves that she can do and that she has in her bag of tricks, essentially. But again, along those lines with Asuka, she has similar problems to her. She can cancel certain moves, and certain things are considered crouching way sooner than other moves. As you can see if you look at the bottom left corner, the moment I do back 1, she's in crouching. It's only like a couple frames before she's in crouching. If I do forward 2, I have to basically finish the entire animation before she's set to crouching, so she can get clipped in the middle of it. In the middle of that, even though she's already ducking within a few frames. It's kind of annoying, but these are things that, you know, those two characters have to go through, unfortunately. But let's get started with the differences with Jun. So with Jun, she has plenty of other moves that she has, and stances that she has as well, things that Asuka does not have. And Jun has more of a graceful style to the Kazama fighting style, while Asuka is more of a brawler type. But you know, she has 1-1-1-1-2-2, something Asuka does not have. Up 4-4-3. She has up 4 3+4. back for 2, which is optimal punish. I believe it's 13 frame, between 13 and 14 frame punish. Back, down, back, 1-1-2 or 1-1-1 plus 2. Yeah, 15 frame punish. 15 to 16, optimal for punishing stuff like rage arts. But she also has stances. She has 3 different stances, which one of them, the last one, is a new stance that she didn't have before. But you have Izumo, which she can do different things, different strings to get into the stance. She has Genjutsu, I should say. Which, same thing, she has different strings that she can do to get into this stance. And then she has Miyare. This is the new stance. This new stance is actually pretty cool, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So Izumo, as I said earlier, she has different strings she can go into it, which is 1-2-2, which you can use as a optimal punish, optimal 10 frame punish. I believe the last hit only hits if it's counter hit, if I'm not mistaken, but it's registering as a full combo, so maybe it hits naturally. But anyway, she has that string. She has 1-1. It looks a little different, but she is definitely in that stance, as you can see. And forward 1. What is it? Forward 3-2. She can do. Probably a couple other things that I'm forgetting too. But out of this stance, she has different moves that she can do. You got a launcher. You have your combo ender, which is Izumo 1-1, Izumo 1-2, Izumo 4-1, which is your sweep. And if you get blocked, GG's, fam. I'm just saying. Izumo 3, which is honestly a pretty good move. That move is -5 on block, and it puts you in heat if it lands. So it's actually pretty good. But you get the gist of it. She has moves out of this. This stance is more so just more of a mix-up type of thing. You can do different things out of it. Try to mix up the opponent, thinking that, you know, oh, they're gonna go low, and then they get clipped with a launcher. That launcher, I believe, ducks mids and certain mids and highs. But getting into the Genjutsu stance, I just call it Genji at this point. This stance is really cool. I love this stance. Part of the reason that made me love this character too. So this stance has different properties to it than the previous one, than Izumo. This stance is an automatic grab and low parry. So if you see a Jun doing this, they're either trying to schmix you or bait out an attack or a grab. One of those 3 things. And I'll admit, I'll fish for it myself most of the time too. The homies can vouch for me on that. But same thing, she has different moves that she can do out of it. Genjutsu 4, Genjutsu 3-2, Genjutsu 1, which is a low, etc, etc. She has different moves that she can do, which is back 2-1 to go into it. What other moves can she do to go into that? Up forward 4-3. But this originally puts you in the Miyare stance, so kind of doesn't really work. But she can go into Genjutsu out of this stance as well by pressing forward, which is really cool and is a big mix-up, especially if you got them pressured. Amazing. But yes, as an example, I will show you. Let's see, punishment settings. Let's just go with fast low. Punish after 1 hit or block. Cool. So I'm gonna hit the character. They're gonna do an automatic low after getting hit, and I'll show you right here. He did the low, and he got parried. I love it. Not only that, it also heals her. So it'll heal any gray health that's in there. Well, not any, but it'll heal some of the gray health. And if there's only a little bit of gray health, it'll actually heal a little bit of raw health too. So it's really cool. But if the opponent sees that you're going to do that, or just doesn't do a low or a grab in general, then you're just out of luck and you're going to get demolished. Pretty sure the grab version is a different animation. Yeah. Same thing. Heals you. This one has a side switch to it though. So you'll be switched over to the right side if you do that, and vice versa. You can get pretty good Oki off of it too. So going into the Miyade stance, I think that's how you pronounce it. The special properties for this stance is this little visual effect that she's got going on right now. The little glowing thing that's happening. That's her power of purification. And when she's in this stance, you can see the glowingness of the health bar at the top left. That's her healing her own health. And it heals raw health, it heals gray health, all of that good stuff. So as long as she's in this stance, that's what will happen. In the previous season, this actually used to be a lot faster. They actually made it a lot slower in this new season. I guess people felt it was broken or annoying or whatever it may be. But it's like, it's the same thing as Yoshimitsu sitting up there doing this jump with his sword. Like, come on, bro. I'm gonna hit my mic 2 times too. But anyway, out of this stance, she has a few moves, significantly less moves than the other two. This one, she has Miyade Stance 2, which is a heat engager. Miyade Stance 1, which is a launcher. And a new move for Season 2, Miyade Stance 1+2. This move is really good. Let me turn that off. This move is honestly really good out of this stance. It is a safe on-block homing move. And not only that, she's in the Izumo stance right after. So you can mix somebody up and literally get a punish out of it if someone's pressing a button right there. If they don't know that it's plus, and they press a button like a high jab or something like that, boom, punished right then and there. But what I don't like, as usual, with this character, with, you know, I guess the Kazamas in general, she's in crouching for a few frames out of this move, but it's like the moment the move lands, or just before the move lands, she's already back in the standing state. So she can get clipped by a jab at that point, and it's so frustrating, I swear. But anyway, yeah, those are the 3 stances. This stance doesn't really have too much. But, you know, she can go into Genjutsu afterwards, or she can sidestep out of it. Other than that, it's just those 3 moves, the healing and the sidestepping and Genjutsu. Oh, by the way, this Genjutsu stance, she can cancel it and go into crouch for another mix-up. And of course, go into this stance from different moves as well. But another thing about this character that they introduced in this game and in this season is she can now use her powers of purification, which I'm sure you've seen already in a couple moves that I've been doing already. Any glowing light type of thing like that is her power of purification. So down 1+2, up forward 2, up forward 4-3. You know, you get the gist of it. But along with that, she has an install now. That little yellow icon right up under the health bar, that's her install. And what this install does is it makes some of her purification moves a lot more powerful and has more range. This also buffs her heat smash. The higher the install is, the more damage it does. So that install starts off at 0, and the more you use your purification powers or certain moves, it'll go up, and once it hits 100, it'll be at this state that it's in right now. I just have it set to automatically be there. But yes, certain moves will get more powerful, and you would think it would be all of the purification moves, but no, it's only a few. They only chose a few of them that work this way, which is honestly for the better, because if all of them got stronger, then a lot of people would be complaining, like they already are. But anyway, a couple moves that have been buffed is this one that I've done a few times, down 1+2. This gets a little bit stronger and has a bit of a different animation after being hit. The Izumo 4-1 gets stronger. And then the Miyate Stance 1 gets stronger. And then the last but not least is Miyate Stance 2. This gets stronger. Not only that, the range on it gets significantly longer. So I will show you. Let's turn this off. Oh, I forgot to reset. That's the range for regular version. So it's like a character and a half distance. But if you activate it, that bad boy hit hella far. I did three Korean backdashes, and that bad boy still hit. Ooh, that was bad, but either way, I'm like 2-3 characters away, and it still hit. That's crazy. I find it crazy. I find it hilarious. I find it amazing since I play this character. I was so happy to have her back, I can't lie. But yeah, aside from that, she just has different moves from Asuka. Other than that, she's pretty much the same character. She even got the same, technically, 10 frame punish. But with Jun's, it's not a full 10 frame punish. She has the 1-2-2 and the up forward 1. Those are her 10 frame punishes. Asuka only has that string as a 10 frame punish. And we just got that in season 4 of Tekken. That is insane. She has never had a 10. Anyway, this ain't about Asuka. But yeah, this is Jun Kazama. If you like her, I definitely recommend checking her out. If you like stance characters, this is your character right here. She's actually really fun to play with. Can be kind of difficult to play at the higher competitive level. having to know which moves to use in her stances, when to cancel it, how to pressure with the stances as well is pretty difficult. Most people like me just kind of play the character without really doing stances. I try to do stances every now and then, but most of the time I'm just doing it to bait out a low or a grab just so I can get the animation. I love that jump. So, but that's just me. But if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you want me to do different characters, a character that you like, or a character that you may be interested in, just let me know in the comments, and I'll make a video for it. Or at least to the best of my ability, because I only play with certain characters like her. But I find these things kind of enjoyable, finding different things about the character that make them unique, and intricate things like with the whole cancellation thing with Asuka and Jun, that for some odd reason have been a problem since their conception. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.